This is it. This is the moment. The moment you decide that the story isn't over. That, maybe the best chapters haven't even been written yet. This whole explainer, it's about your comeback, okay? Let's dive in. So, let's just start with a really direct question. And I want you to answer this honestly just to yourself. Are you actually happy with your life right now? Because really, the time we have is the only thing we've truly got, and we have to take advantage of it.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly shows where we all get stuck, right? It's in that gap, that little pause between knowing you should do something and then actually doing it. That hesitation, it can last a second, or if we're not careful, it can last a lifetime. Our comeback begins the second we decide to close that gap.
So, to move forward, we actually have to take a look backwards first. We have to understand how we dream.
Think about it for a second. When you're a kid, your dreams are just pure. They're limitless. You're going to be an astronaut, a rock star, whatever. But as we get older, we start putting these governors on them. They get smaller, safer, more responsible. We basically learn to put a ceiling on our own potential.
So how do we get back to those pure, unfiltered ambitions? Well, the source material for this explainer suggests a pretty surprising first step: gratitude. I mean, it makes sense, right? You can't truly want to be great at life if you don't even appreciate being in life. Gratitude is the fuel that lets you believe bigger things are actually possible for you.
All right, so once you've reconnected with that dream, the next stage of this journey is all internal. It's about facing the things inside of us that are holding us back.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. It's all about how we reframe our biggest inner enemy, fear. See, most of us see it as a big red stop sign, an enemy, something to run away from. But what if it's actually a guide? What if it's a force that's pulling you, telling you exactly which direction you need to go to grow?
It's really that simple. Fear is just a biological response. It kicks in when we leave what's comfortable and step into uncertainty. But here's the thing. Every single thing you want, every piece of growth you're looking for, is waiting for you right there, in that unknown territory.
So the crucial point is this. Your ego's main job is to keep you safe and comfortable. And it will use fear to keep you from changing. The trick is to see that fear not as a warning to stop, but as a confirmation, as a little nod that, yep, you're on the right path.
Okay, so you've shifted your mindset. Now it's all about taking action. But there's a massive trap here that we really need to talk about.
This idea right here, it's a total game changer. We're all told to find our passion before we start something. But that's completely backwards. Passion isn't something you just stumble upon like a lucky penny. It's something you have to build from the ground up.
And here's the roadmap for how to do it. First, you start something you're probably terrible at. No, seriously, you just start. Then you commit to it, you put in the work, and you get good at it. It's through that process of getting better, of gaining mastery, that you learn to like it. And that is how you create passion. It's the result of your work, not the reason you start.
And the key ingredient to all of this is just commitment. You build the muscle of success by finishing what you start. Quitting guarantees it will never happen, but finishing, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, proves to yourself that you can see things through.
So you've started. Awesome. But let's be real. This is where the real work begins. This is the part of the comeback that isn't sexy or glamorous at all. The path forward pretty much always looks like this. It is not a straight line up. It's filled with doubts, with major setbacks. The source material talks about the 10 years of uncertainty, this long period where the hardest part is just having faith that all your hard work won't be for nothing. So how do you survive this phase? Well, you have to redefine consistency. It isn't about being perfect. It's not about never missing a day. It's about persistence. It's about how quickly you get back on track after you fall off. That's the real skill. Not falling, but getting back up.
So the takeaway here is so simple but so powerful. Just focus on today. Win today. That's it. That's how you stack the days and build momentum through that long, uncertain climb.
And all of that brings us to the final and honestly the most profound stage of the comeback. It's about what happens after you've been broken. Our source introduces this absolutely beautiful metaphor, kintsugi. It's this Japanese art form where instead of hiding the cracks in broken pottery, they highlight them with gold. The whole idea is that the object becomes more beautiful and more valuable because it was broken. And it's so easy to believe this, isn't it? To feel like the worst things that have ever happened to you are the final word, that the breaking is the end.
But they're not. They're just a chapter.
A painful one, for sure, but it does not get to be the final chapter. No way.
This is where you find out how strong you really are. It's not in avoiding the breaks in life, but in how you choose to rebuild afterward. It's in that fire that you discover what you're truly capable of getting through.
Your scars are your gold seams. They are not reminders of weakness. They are proof of your resilience. They are the evidence of every single battle you have survived. They don't diminish you. They make you more.
So as we wrap this up, just remember this one thing. The past is written, yeah, but the future? That's wide open. You have to let go of the pages that other people might have written in your book and realize that from this day forward, you are the one holding the pen. So what story are you going to write next?